people can purchase the music and stream it at the same time. What's been your success with Bandcamp?
I only just went on like 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So just, seeing how I've had more success.
Got in touch with me. Sounds like a fantastic opportunity. So I was just keen to be involved and help the flow of creativity with, new voices and young competitors.
Flute and a new work which I'm currently working on, the concerto for euphonium and brass band, which is still on the boiler.
How long does it take for you to prepare? Stephen Shields Radio Show. Got Tim Broad back on. How are you?
I'm well, thanks, mate.
Good to have you back on the show. What have you been working on for the last week?
Hang on, mate. My emails just popped.
Indeed. Look, it's been a bit of a roller coaster for sure. I've been actually working on a track. In specific, this year I've been motivated by putting out a bit of an EDM, which is a bit...
Every week, testing everyone, are they?
Well, they're testing everyone who is, what they call in translation a flesh-friendly industry.
Mm-hmm.
So,
how are you?
Good. I was watching the movie The Combination. I picked it up from my local library, if you can see that there. Probably can't. I probably got big. Yeah. No, I picked it up in my local library. It was an interesting film that you did. There's 2 combination movies. Is that correct that you've done?
That's correct, mate. Combination, the first one I did in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
And the follow-up was 2018, the Combination Redemption. So 2009, the combo, if you don't know much about it, it created a bit of a stir. It was actually pulled from the cinemas for stupid reasons. It was an independent film, the independent backers, a lot of first-name actors, so it was a lot of new faces.
I've got Kylan Rambo from the movie 47 Meters Down. How are you, Kylan?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good. I was very impressed with that movie and the acting that you did. How did you get involved with 47 Meters Down?
Actually, so I worked with the head of that company, Entertainment Studios. His name is Byron Allen, and I worked with him. He casted me on one of my first series regular shows, which was called The First Family. So working with him for a few years, once he had a project that he was involved with, I auditioned and I let him know hey, just thanks for the opportunity. And he luckily was just like, hey, you know what? Honestly, just job is yours. And so, yeah, that's how I got it. And from there, it was pretty much an adventure. Started scuba diving, scuba training, and
you know me, if I get started, you won't shut me up.
Yeah. Welcome to the Stephen Shields Radio Show. David Lewis is here. How are you, David?
Oh, great. Thanks, Steve. How's yourself? Great to be back.
It's good to be back, David. I got first place in the Voyager songwriting competition for 2020 for my first single, Death and Life.
Congratulations. That was
Thanks,
well
David.
deserved.
It was
well deserved.
One of my best achievements I've done. The podcast has grown a lot. We've hit about 500 downloads in 3 months.
Oh, wow.
So I'm very thankful for that, and it's fun doing
I'll have to start putting some work into this.
And music-wise, what's happening with you?
Oh, well, we're launching another band called Sin and Grace.
Nice.
Keep your eyes open for that.
Kind of movie films and all that stopped filming. I kind of caught on to the trends that were happening. So TikTok started, and that was kind of creating your own content at home. Jumped on the bandwagon of that.
I'm glad you liked it.
I did. Welcome to the Stephen Shields Radio Show. Tyler Murray is on the show. How are you, Tyler?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good. I watched the movie Generation Wolf, and I thought it was amazing what you did, and it was interesting. And you're acting in a scene. You're like around marijuana, and you're growing that stuff too. That was pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. All plastic plants. I remember walking in on the we shot that and thinking like, oh my God, are we gonna get in trouble? And the director was like, no, man, it's fake. Don't worry about it. I was like, oh.
You know, your character, you played like a really, it was like a real, like, drug dealing character. It was like so real to watch too, you know?
He's a son of a gun, that Bill Anderson.
And the main character, I forgot his name. He was the entrepreneur, and he was getting investors into the movie. And then welcome to the Stephen Shields Radio Show. I've got Jason Stevenson. He's a meditation teacher from Insight Timer, YouTube. He's got work on Spotify, and he's well popular on the internet. How are you, Jason?
I'm very good, thanks, Stephen. Thanks very much for inviting me today.
You're welcome. I came across your work a few years ago, actually, when I was in my undergraduate degree, and it's quite relaxing. I've been meditating with you on Insight Timer, your work with the Archangel Raphael and Spiritual Treasure Chest. How do you come up with those recordings for yourself?
A combination of a few things there. I think, Stephen, basically it's also, first of all, it's my imagination, and it's where places that I want to be taken to a lot of times. Mm-hmm. But it's also from other people that suggest, they write and say, oh, could you...
wrote the film, and I gave myself the main part. That's what I did.
Mm-hmm. And I was quite talented, and you in the movie you're like an entrepreneur. You were selling these huge cars, and then at the end,
and I begged my mom to let me take violin lessons, and she said no. And I kept badgering her over and over again for a year. And then when I turned 3, she finally said okay. And so she would drive me twice a week.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, Aaron. I thought the movie Rise was actually very fantastic. I saw it on Amazon Prime, and I thought it had a very good story in it, and the film scoring was just absolutely fantastic. How did you get involved in the movie Rise?
Well, thank you for the that critique on it. It was a very special movie. I knew the writer and director, Mac Linden, who the story is based on, his real life experiences. I knew him many years before this movie. We were on a Spielberg production called Terra Nova out in the hinterland on the Gold Coast, and we'd been working on various things together over the years.
Welcome to the Stephen Shields Radio Show. Today I've got Nick Bolton on. How are you, Nick?
Very well, Stephen. Lovely to see you.
Good to see you. What are you working on acting-wise for yourself?
Quite a few things. Did a little social media piece for a healthcare company this week. Some gastro bands. So it's just a bit of modelling, I guess. Not that I'm a model. And I've recently had a role in a 30-minute short called Mate, which I'm also producing. So we're in the final throes of post-production with that. What else have I done acting-wise recently? Did a little guest slot on Deadly Women, the crime show. So yeah, a few things happening, as well as all my producing and directing things as well.
What inspired you to be an actor, Nick? How are you, Stephanie?
I'm extremely well. How about you?
Good. Happy New Year for yourself. What are you working on for 2021?
I have so much on my plate. It is not funny. So much to do and not a little time to do it in. So I'm currently working on a few book projects. And as you can imagine, that's just taking up just vast amounts of time. It's crazy. It's crazy.
You were in the movie Rise. I saw that on Amazon Prime, and I thought it was a fantastic movie. How did you get involved in that role?
I had a bit of a conversation with Mac Linden. So I had seen a lot of things on social media. He was, putting things out there, creating different events, putting posters and this and that. And I thought that it was absolutely fantastic. I saw the teaser. Yeah, I saw the teaser.
Welcome to the Stephen Shields Radio Show. I've got T. Lapia back on. Happy New Year, T.
Happy New Year, Steve. How are you?
Yeah, good man. What are you working on now for 2000?
Well, I'm still finishing up this EP/album that I've been doing for a little while, and then I'm gonna try to go straight into EP number 2 and put that out this year as well.
Mm-hmm.
What have you been up to?
Yeah, me, I've been podcasting as well. Been loving it.
Beautiful.
What else have I been doing? I've working on another album for this year.
Nice one.
And just working the social media, building the following up. That's very hard. And just enjoying entrepreneurship.
Yeah. Are you enjoying the process of doing